Boy, this is kind of a tough one. Man. It's either tough or I'm just completely blanking out right now. Might be the latter, because that was an obviously easy one, these two right here, and my mind just completely skipped over it. Wow, I'm not really doing so hot in this one, am I? Okay. Here's a 3. Come on. Come on, Sour, you can do this. You got this. You got this, somehow. Okay. I did it. I found a friggin' Celeb Life magazine issue. It's an old issue of Celeb Life with a feature on Dick Stanford. This must have been written just after he retired. Looks like a typical puff piece, all about what a great guy he is. Here's something for your database, Scout. Gossip magazines like Celeb Life are total garbage for people that don't have lives themselves. I have added this to my database. Thank you, Honor. That's weird. The last page has been torn out. All that's left are the first 2 words. However, rumors... I wonder what the rest of the article said. And this takes place in the 90s, so it's not like the magazine article is super easily accessible. Oh, there's still more to look up. Can I just question him about stuff? How about the Celeb Life article? I need a little break. According to this magazine article, there was some kind of rumor going around about Dick. Do you know anything about that? Nope. You know I keep out of all that showbiz drama. Ugh, is that whiskey? You know I hate that stuff. Turn up speech. Bow tie. A bow tie? You know I don't wear those things. Flyer. Locket. Is that a picture of your dad? I wish I could have met him. I wish you'd met him too. Maybe he could have warned me not to marry you in the first place. Oof, yikes. Hey, it was your mom who set us up. Your family loves me. They didn't have to live with you. Okay. I wonder if this hints thing is actually distracting me from playing it the way I want to. It's a possibility. On the other hand, it is helpful. I'll turn it off for a second. Because the last time took so long and I don't know what was wrong with my brain. Okay, I've gotten to this point, which I think is good. I'll turn on the hints here. And that might help me out. That was so much more helpful. Basically, don't rely on the hints. Do it yourself, and then turn on the hints once you've reached a certain level, and then you can just breeze through it a lot quicker, is what I'm getting from this. Anyway, you found Hip Flask. Continue. This smells just like the whiskey we found in Dick's dressing room. Do you think this was his hip flask? If it was, how did it get out here? Maybe he knows. Get that away from me. Damn it, Honor, you know I can't stand the smell of whiskey. Why not? That's not... The week before we got married, he got wasted and crashed his dad's yacht into the San Diego pier. I don't know what was worse, the broken arm or the 3-day hangover. Thanks for reminding me. Sounds like good times. Okay. Let's see. I'm backstage. This is the dressing room and this is the main hall. Let's see if we can get into the main hall. Oh. Okay. I can get in there, it's just that there's no one else to talk to. Okay, then let's go to the main stage. All the people are gone. What if the killer got away? Not everyone. Bobby and Kathleen are over there. I guess the cops are focusing on anyone with a direct connection to Dick. I hear you're investigating what happened to Dick. I wish you the best of luck. I guess you've heard by now. Dick was strangled. How would she have heard by now? How would anyone know any other details except for us? Oh God, please don't tell me anymore. I can hardly bear to think about it. How long did you and Dick work together on Backtalk? Oh, many years. I've heard people say it's hard to imagine there was a time before I was on the show. You weren't there from the start? I didn't join until the 2nd season. They wanted someone who could attract more viewers. You should have seen the outfits they tried to squeeze me into. Hardly more than swimsuits some days. That's terrible. That's television. But I stood my ground. I like to think I made a difference. How was your relationship with Dick? Oh, we got on just fine. Really? When we met him, he was kind of an ass. This is Hollywood. Everyone has their problems. But I'm a professional, and people who complain get a reputation. Besides, no one wants to hear about backstage drama. They'd rather just relax and enjoy the show. Although I don't think anyone was expecting the show they saw tonight. Do you know Ryan Blackstock? He was on stage earlier. You mean tall, blonde, and handsome? I was wondering who that was. Funniest thing, I saw him with Dick earlier today. They were getting lunch at Dylan's on Fairfax. Lunch? Why would Ryan be getting lunch with Dick Stanford? Your guess is as good as mine. Whatever it wasn't going very well. Seemed like they were arguing. I wish I could tell you more, but I was in the cab at the time. I only caught a glimpse. You don't think it could be related to what happened to Dick, do you? What do you know about Bobby Price? He's talented. He's got big shoes to fill if he wants to keep hosting Backtalk. He doesn't seem to be much of a fan of Dick. They never really saw eye to eye. Dick hated having his show taken away from him, and Bobby hated working in Dick's shadow. Hated it enough to kill Dick? Bobby is young, ambitious and impulsive. More than that, I can't say. Does this belong to Dick? I don't think so. But you saw what he was like on stage tonight, drunk as a sailor. Is there a chance the hip flask belongs to anyone else? We should investigate every possibility. Well, it could be Bobby's. I heard he started drinking to cope with the stress. Aww. The production team aren't happy. Imagine going through all the trouble of rebooting a talk show just for the new host to get carted off to rehab. Have you seen this article about Dick in celeb life? Of course! Dick was very proud of his front page billing. I'm guessing he was less happy when he saw how the article ended. Something about rumors? We're still missing parts of the article. Let me guess, the entire last page was torn out? Dick did that to every copy he could get his hands on. He never could take criticism very well. He seems like it. Personally, I think it's good that these magazines do a little digging occasionally. Call it investigative journalism if you like. So you think there's some truth to the rumors they printed? Can you tell us more about what they were? Sorry, I'd love to talk, but I have to take this. But what? Oh, it's you. Sorry, this whole thing with Dick has got me kind of bugged. Is it true what that guy set up on stage? You're trying to find the killer? I'm trying to find out what happened to Dick. Just like you did back at your TV studio. Damn, from playing a detective to being a real one. That's wild career change. I'm not exactly a real detective, I'm just trying to help. Oh, for sure. That's cool. Wait, you don't think I did it, do you? I'm not like that. Why would I throw my whole career away just to murder some old guy? It's no secret that you and Dick didn't get along. And when you left our table during the ceremony, you said you were going to give him a piece of your mind. That was just talk. Why would I pick a fight with Dick Stanford? If anything, he hated me for taking over his show. Do you know if anyone else wanted to hurt him? Probably a long list. He acts nice in public, but in real life, he's got a reputation. Have you talked to Kathleen? She put up with his grumpy ass for years. Or how about that chick who started screaming about how she should have won Best Actress? Hahaha. Becky? As much as I may dislike her, she's not a killer. You sure about that? She looked crazy enough to do anything. Pretty cute, though. Did Kathleen not get along with Dick? They seemed kind of tense on stage. She had to work with Dick every day for almost 20 years. Forget tense. I'm surprised she's still sane. The girl who wanted to win Best Actress was Becky Call. She plays the lead in my show Murder Mystery. I thought she looked familiar. She was pretty pissed about not getting that award. It was a big deal for her. I guess if anything could drive her to murder. People do crazy things sometimes. Make mistakes in the heat of the moment. It doesn't make them a bad person. Hey, are you friends with her? I'd love to get her number. To get her on Backtalk, I mean. I bet she'd be a great guest. You took over Backtalk, right? Is that when your problems with Dick started? Yeah, that asshole knows how to hold a grudge. I hadn't been on the air 10 minutes when he was already talking shit about me to the press. He's too flashy. He's ruined the show. Sure, we updated things a little, but come on, man, that set hadn't changed since 1979. Couldn't you just ignore him? Sure, but then the hate mail started coming in. He's got all these crazy fans. My ratings crashed. They're already talking about canceling the show. So your TV career was threatened by Dick. Would you say that made you angry? Good question, Scout. Good questions. Well, yeah. But I wouldn't kill over the guy over it. I've heard Dick was arguing with Ryan Backstock earlier today. I hadn't. Do you know him? Know anything about that argument? Ryan who? Sorry, I don't know the guy. Tell me about the rumors. Have you read the Celeb Life article about Dick? No, seeing his photo on the front cover was enough to put me off. It says there were some rumors going around about Dick. Figures. A lot of my crew worked on the old show with him. From what I hear, he wasn't exactly easy to work with. Anything bad enough that someone might have wanted to kill him? Sorry, I don't remember. Do you recognize this hip flask? Is it yours? Detectives always have them in the movies. I've never seen one in real life before. That's not what I've heard. Is it true that you drink when you're stressed? What? That's crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. In fact, I've seen Dick with a hip flask backstage. It's probably his. You just said you've never seen one before. You saw how he acted on stage. The guy was drunk and an ass. Someone spilled whiskey in Dick's dressing room. Do you know anything about that? Whiskey? It must have been his. Suspicious. I don't know anything about that, sorry. I don't know anything about that, sorry. Okay. Oh, this is a big one. Let's see, there are 14 squares. You found wallet. Someone must have dropped this without realizing. It's nice, real leather. I wonder who it belongs to. We should try to return it. There's no ID inside. Just small bills and a check stub for $50,000. It was paid today, but I can't see who it was paid to, just an account number. Can I assume from your facial expression that $50,000 is a lot? It's a hell of a lot, maybe even enough to kill for. You know, I could be wrong, but I think Ryan used to have a wallet like this. You mentioned Bobby Price has a drinking problem? He'll deny it, I'm sure, but I've heard plenty of stories, a way to calm his nerves, I suppose. What do you think he's nervous about? Oh, the usual. His performance, his ratings, Dick giving him a hard time. And now a murder, too. It's no wonder the poor kid has issues. Any idea whose wallet this might be? Sorry, I don't recognize it. I don't know anything about that, sorry. Okay. Kathleen said she saw you and Dick arguing over lunch earlier today. Care to explain? That's weird because I thought she said she saw the both of them together. I don't know. I guess they were arguing and I didn't see the word argue. Or it didn't get through my head. Kathleen said she saw... Yeah, okay. That was nothing. We were talking about some business. Things got a little out of hand. It happens. Except in this case, the other guy turned up dead a few hours later. What? You think I did it? What is with you? You've always got to turn me into the bad guy. We're just following up on the available evidence. It's nothing personal. I think the scout thing is a bad influence on you. I'm serious. I do my best to support you, but you don't make it easy. Hey, you found my wallet! Couldn't help noticing you wrote a big check today. You went through my stuff? You just can't help checking up on me, can you? Don't flatter yourself. I want to see whose wallet it was. So, what was the money for? Nothing, just business. $50,000 of business? That's a lot of nothing. I don't have to explain myself to you. You still here? What did forensics find? We're still waiting on blood tests, but in my professional opinion, you should mind your own business. Dick Stanford was strangled to death. Oh, he actually answered us. We knew that already. Oh, well, we also found whiskey spilled on the floor. Telltale sign of a struggle. Yep, we knew that too. Jesus H. Christ. How about the door handle? Oh? I guess you missed that one. Aha! See? That's why you should leave this to the professionals. We know how to check for prints. Don't sound so proud of yourself, detective. You found prints? That's great! Well, not exactly. The handle was wiped clean. Oh! Smells like the killer cleaned it with the whiskey. The alcohol would have acted as a solvent, a very effective solution. So let me get this straight. The only new thing you found is where some fingerprints used to be? Look, it's not about who found what, it's about coming to the right conclusions. And that takes experience, expertise, and intuition. You want conclusions? We've already got 2 suspects, Bobby Price and Ryan Blackstock. Is that so? What's your evidence against Bobby? We found this hip flask backstage. It contains the same whiskey as we found at the crime scene. And I've heard Bobby Price has a drinking problem. Interesting. It needs more evidence to back it up, but it's a good start. How about your other suspect? What's that Silver Spoon Blackstock kid got to do with this? You know him? Ryan Blackstock was seen arguing with Dick this afternoon. Not much on its own, but he also signed a check today for $50,000. Bodies have a nasty habit of showing up when there's that much money at stake. And Ryan isn't exactly trustworthy. I want to know what their backstory is. Oh, you know him? You seem to know him too. I can't tell if it's a problem with the writing in this game, that people just seem to know things without any explanation, or if there's something deeper going on. Or maybe it's just that they're all in Hollywood? I don't know, because there was something earlier that I pinged on to. I think it was when we went to the, when we went back to the stage, someone was like, oh, he was strangled or something like that, and I was like, how'd you know? Where'd you hear that from? He's my ex-husband. He's also manipulative and an ass. I'm going to assume he picked that up from you. What can I say? He's a fast learner. Okay, I'll admit, you found a couple good leads. I'll follow up on them just as soon as I finish my report. Can't we at least keep looking for more evidence? No way. You're lucky I don't arrest you right here for interfering in an investigation. Now get out of here, will you? I can't afford any more liabilities. The captain's got me under a microscope on this one. I thought I told you to leave you alone. You know you're starting to become a predictable detective. And you're starting to become a real pain in my ass. Do you want something, or are you just here to bug me? Honor's mother dropped her bag in here earlier. We'd like to look for it. Oh, smart. Your mother, huh? Yes, her bag. That's why we're here. Alright, but do it quietly. I've got paperwork to finish. Good thinking, Scout. Since when do you know how to lie like that? It was one of my many things I learned from those detective movies, along with the snappy one-liner subroutine I mentioned earlier. You'll have to show me later. Right now, we'd better look for clues before Cross realizes what we're really doing in here. Can we question him? Can we talk? Do we have to? I'm snowed under the paperwork here. And didn't your mom want her bag back? I want to hear your thoughts on the case. An experienced detective like you, I bet you've already figured out who did it. Spare me the flattery, Mizrahi. You're not getting my permission to investigate. I'm just waiting for the forensics report to show up. Then I'm starting the interviews. Forensics report? But we already know Dick was strangled. Right. Any amateur can see that, as you've demonstrated. But we still need to know the details. Time of death, blood test, that sort of stuff. I'd rather be collecting evidence instead of waiting for paperwork, but I've got to make sure I followed procedure to the letter after what happened on the last case. Why? I can't help but feel kind of responsible. Good! One of the many reasons why I don't want you getting involved again. What's with all the paperwork? You never struck me as the academic type. Captain's orders. I've got to do this one strictly by the book. Everyone at the station's been giving me hell since the case at your studio. I arrested the wrong guy. The murderer escaped and all the crucial evidence was found by an amateur and talking alarm clock. Sorry, we're not trying to ruin your reputation, detective. Ruin my reputation? They already think I'm too old for this casework. The department's full of know-it-all kids these days. I've been trying to tell them something stinks about the way Frank Pitchell died, but they won't listen. You mentioned Frank Pitchell. That's the guy who killed Blake, right? Right. Jumped from the 10th floor before I could get to him. Neat little suicide note and no evidence of forced entry. But you don't think he killed himself? I don't know what I think yet. What I do know is I've been working cases since before you were in diapers, and I've learned to trust my gut. And it's telling me there's something screwy about the way Frank Pitchell died. You seemed surprised when I mentioned my mom. I did? I guess I was just shocked at the thought that there might be another version of you walking around. No, I think he... I mean, I got this feeling from the last case. I think he knows her and her dad. Another me? You couldn't be further from the truth. That's what everyone says, but we all end up like our parents one way or another. That's true.
A few minutes later.
Crap, I've done it again. Oh man. Am I just getting too old for this shit? I feel like Detective Cross. Okay, let's start over. This one I can leave. This middle column one. Okay. There. There, there. There, there. There, there. There, there. Okay. This is my starting point. I should be able to figure this out, dang it. You found medallion. Some kind of coin, but I don't recognize the currency. It's not a coin, it's a medallion. They give these to recovering alcoholics. And according to the engraving, Dick Stanford has been sober for 40 years. Yo. And someone doused him in gin? That's effed up. If that's true, the spilled whiskey must belong to the killer. Okay. I'm gonna end it here for now. I have no idea how long those picross puzzles went for because I was stuck on them quite a few times. I had to redo like 2 picross puzzles. I've never had to do that before. Oh well. C'est la vie. Until next time, guys. Ta-ta for now.